Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Vicki with VJ Designs, and I would like to do a quick run through this morning on a challenge journal that I finished last month for Dear Julie's channel. If you don't know about her, I'm going to put her link to her channel down below in the description. Check her out. She does a challenge journal every month, which is a lot of fun, and I've done it every month for the last year, I think, except for 2 months. So if you like a challenge, go over there, check her out, and it's a lot of fun. Great people over there, as there is in the entire crafting community. So here we go. This particular month was using shapes, and for a lot of the elements we had to do ovals, long strips, square, rectangle, and circles. So that's what I have on my journal cover. There are all my elements right there. And this particular journal, I made 3 signatures, and I made them after the fashion of Treasure Books put this out, and also I first saw it on Biddy Penny's channel, however, but she referred us to Treasure Books, so I watched both videos, and the signatures themselves are sewn, each one individually, but they're not sewn into a spine. They're glued together, leaving a strip about this far down the front of each one. And when you do that, if you can see this, it leaves a space, and it allows the journal to open up flat. I love making journals this way now. It's my favorite way to do it because I like the journals to be able to open up flat. So here we go. Try to keep this all in where you can see it all. Here's the inside. I won't explain everything, but as you see, here's a square pocket I did, and each of these elements needed to have, you know, one of those other elements on it. So this is a tag I made with a cute little charm that we needed to make, charms. By the way, I do have an Etsy shop, and I have that in my description box also. And this journal will be for sale in my Etsy shop. This was called a trifold flip out. And you will see scriptures a lot of time in my makings. I am a Christian, I love Jesus, and you will hear me refer to him quite often. He's been very faithful in my life. So that is that. There's a little pocket back here. Another scripture and a little journaling card. And I do not go over the top with decorating all my pages. I like to leave lots of space for journaling. It is a journal after all. You know, and I'm not saying you shouldn't do that if that's what you like to do. As everybody says, you do you. And some of my journals I have decorated a lot more than I have this one. but I just think this called for a lot more journaling space. There's just something I put in there for extra journaling. It's a large journaling card. So a junk journal, if you don't know, is taking things, and this was using junk also for June or July. Taking things that you have around the house, you know, using envelopes that you get in the mail, copy paper, other kinds of types and papers that you might have, you know, ledger, all that kind of things. And then we also need to use her digitals in these journals. But anyway, here's another card. What I did before I started making junk journals was basically all card making. And I did that for, you know, over 30 years. And then I discovered junk journals, and then, you know, the rest is history. So I love doing this. I'll do it as long as I can. And here's another flip. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it. For one thing, you're using up your stuff. And it's just such a great way to implement your creativity. And it's just fun. I love it. I love giving them away. And maybe when I hit 100 subscribers, I'll give away a journal. We'll see how we go. It's doing pretty good so far. It's another charm, and I just put it on this tag. And one of these, you know, as we go along, as I get better at this thing, I'll do more videos where I'm actually making things and show you how I make them, whatever. And it's nothing that no one has ever done before, but, you know. I like this page. It's made like to be an envelope, but I put it in here as a page. So you can just flip that out. If you wanted to, you could glue this on the inside, just right down here, and then it makes it kind of a text spot where you could text something in there. This is one of the little snippets that we needed to make, and I made it into a paper clip. This one I did not do this, but usually a lot of times I like to make these little sleeve that goes over this, so you just don't see the paper clip on the other side. Or you could do a hidden paper clip. I just left it this time. What you could do is slip a piece of paper. I don't like covering up, you know, the pretty pages that have like stories or beautiful images. So a lot of times I'll put like just a piece of plain paper or a little booklet or something under here, or tuck it in somewhere so that you can write on it, because I don't like to cover up that page. That would be hard to journal on anyway. This is one of my coffee dyed digitals that I overimposed one of her digitals onto. I don't know if it shows up very well on here, but that was kind of fun to do. It's a little round journaling card I made. This was from a 24-inch snippet that we needed to do, and I just took a piece of that and made a pocket. Isn't this cute paper? I just love this little digital set. Put a little pocket here and a little tag. That's the other part of that little envelope thing. This is called a 6-pack, and there's 3 sections to it that you flip up. And so each side is straight up, and it makes 3 sections. So this part flips out, and there's pocket on top of each one. Put something in there. And then here's another one of the charms that I made. It's a tag I made for a long strip. And this is a circle pocket. I did not put charms in this. Usually in the middle, like if I have 3 signatures is usually what I do. And in the middle of the middle signature, I usually put charms, and I might go ahead and do that, add that. I think I just forgot to do that, but I usually hang charms down from here. And this is the other part of that 6-pack. It's called, it's just a little, I made a little pocket here on the side. There's my square tag. And on the back of this, see, this would be kind of hard to write on, so I just put my little pocket here, and then the oblong tag or journaling card in here. This is the rectangle pocket. Try to keep going here. These could turn out to be quite long if you linger. So this was a pocket I made out of a long strip. This was a long strip. It said handmade happiness. It came on some bag that I got, or wrapping or something. So I cut it in half and ripped around it, eked the edges, and put it on a long pocket. I thought it turned out pretty cute. There's another part of a tri-fold flip. I think this is probably another one of those envelopes. I tried to put sort of the same things in each signature. And if you're new to this and you don't know what a signature is, it's a group. It's like this is one signature right here. So like when you look in a book and it's either got, you know, groups of signatures, or a lot of times looks like they're just all in there together, but they're sewn in there in groups, and that group of papers is called a signature. So there's my lesson for today. I'll tell you, the more people I watch doing this stuff, the more I realize I don't know. But anyway, it's fun. And here's, this one is called a postcard flip. So there's 4 of these to a page, and you fold it up, and so each one, you know, is facing the right direction. and it's the size of a postcard. So I made my opening here on the top, and I put this oval journaling card or tag inside, and I put another little charm on here. I like to put the charms on there and then they dangle over. That's cute. And we're almost done. This is the other half of that. So I put a little pocket on the front of this one. And this was my long strip cut out of a masterboard that we needed to use, using all of the shapes. And then we cut the masterboard into the shapes that we needed to use. So there is my long strip journaling card. And this cute digital, I really love it. And then here I just put a, sorry if I was out of screen. Here I put a pocket across. This is typically what I do in the middle of each journal. I'll put a pocket like this that goes across the middle. But I did that on here. I thought it was really cute. And then made a little tiny pocket over here with a little tiny tag. And I've got snippets of, this is ribbon that I have, and it says live, love, laugh. And so sometimes I'll use that whole piece, and other times I like to cut it and just have the words, individual words. I really like that. And here we're at the end of it. This is my back inside cover. And I used the oval pocket and the round tag to put back here. Okay, and then this is, I just used, you know, some, it's probably lighter than chipboard. It's, you know, packaging that you get sometimes in your stuff that you get. And then I just cut pieces to fit and covered them with craft paper and did some inking and that, and then covered with a Dear Julie Julie digital. And on the front, I also did collaging of just the brown, like brown craft paper that you get in your packing paper, and then inked it a little bit, and then I took paints and I painted it with this color here, and then did some splattering with the Tim Holtz, I think it was the bronze splatter. And then I put a piece of paper doily underneath. And then I glued this piece, and I had put my gold pin around the edge of it and around the edge of this. That's my rectangle, and this is my circle. This is one of my wax seals. And then this was my long strip, the binding. And then I put lace over the top of that. That's typically what I do also on my on the edge of my journals, is cover them with lace. So, but before I do that, I put some of this seam binding underneath, run it underneath so it comes out on the side. And I will try and link the name of this, the place where I get my seam binding too. She has wonderful seam binding, multitudes of colors. You can get them individual or you can get them in packs, large packs, small packs. They're awesome. So I will try to link that also. There's my journal. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for stopping by. And please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love for you to come by and see me again. Thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.